Okay, so I got that.
Wow,
Let's
wow,
go
wow.
to-
Yo, yippee yay, Snoop Doggy Dog in the house.
I don't know
What?
how I'm gonna position these because I do that, it cuts off part of Nate's face.
Where would you check if there's like updates or something?
It would say,
Where?
top right. There'll be a little button that says update.
You
Be a little
shared a
gre-
template page. And what is this?
Okay, now go to Mark.
Good old Mark.
I will say though that John Cena match, well, it wasn't as eventful as the Undertaker one, but it was fucking hilarious.
It was pretty good. Yeah, Nate, you
Vince
missed like
McMahon, this is
the
some good shit.
you missed some of the best stuff, man. Yeah, so next pay-per-view, right? Same thing.
Oh yeah, if they even have it.
Yeah, they'll have it eventually.
It's true.
Is that what that was?
Oh yeah,
That was WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, my guy. The biggest
And then the
wrestling
next
event
pay
of the
per
year.
view is Money in the Bank, which is all ladder matches,
MITB.
which those are pretty cool. Those have a lot of iconic memories. Like there's one of Jeff Hardy being speared off of
Off of a ladder, being
Which
off
is
of
the
a
one?
ladder.
Is that the guy who almost broke his neck from that match?
yeah, that was Edge that did that,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, Edge speared Jeff Hardy because Jeff was hanging on onto the belts with his feet dangling because someone took the ladder out from underneath him. Edge climbed up the ladder, speared him off of hanging onto the belts.
Man, the Hardy Bros and Edge and Christian had some of the craziest matches.
Well, them and add the Dudley Boys to it.
Yeah.
Edge and Christian.
The Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, those are some of the craziest matches.
They're the ones that made tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yeah.
If it was not for them, we would not have it.
So I'm not seeing anywhere that would say like updates or like check software or anything.
If it's there would be when you're in like the main Discord window,
Okay.
if there isn't a green a green arrow button, there's no updates available.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I think with I don't have it either.
It's just peculiar.
We'll just have to live with it. Nothing we could do.
I disagree. There's always something to be done.
There isn't though. This is Discord, remember? Yeah, no, that was probably the best WrestleMania I've seen in years.
Oh yeah,
That was
agree.
straight up entertaining, and it was all because of 2 matches.
yeah. That's honestly what made it.
That Undertaker match, whoo, mwah, 20 out of 10 match. I think Brian Alvarez was tweeting about it. He's like, "Yeah, I give this like a 600 stars. This is the best shit I've seen."
Fucking John Cena coming out in his original spandex.
That was a throwback.
Ruthless.
That was back.
Crush
That
it.
was back when he was buddy with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
When he was a part of like Kurt Angle's entourage.
Ugh. Fucking hilarious. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, no, that was a fucking great
That was a
pay-per-view.
show.
That was worth the 6 hours,
Oh yeah.
6.5
That was 6.5 hours.
between
Between 2 days.
yesterday and today. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
normally it's 6 hours in one day.
Yeah, usually they put it's all in one day. But I think because they realized how boring it was going to be without having anybody there.
I don't know. I think they did it mainly because of no NXT,
Yeah, that's true.
no NXT
Or,
Takeover, or the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So they need something to do on Saturday.
Yeah, that's
But it's
true.
going to be weird with Monday not having the Monday after Raw, and then now SmackDown on Friday. We're not going to have it on Tuesday.
No. Nope. So yeah, that'll be a tad bit differential. Whenever you guys are ready.
I'm ready whenever. Jinx.
Yeah.
Short preamp. Hello?
Well, I'm just waiting for. I don't know if Schroeder's
He's muted.
good.
You're muted. Muted. Can't hear you.
No, still can't hear you. Still nothing.
Maybe flip it down unless you're using your other mic. Nope.
Nothing there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dark this time because my light decided to stop working, so I have to fix that.
What do you mean your light stopped working?
My light won't work.
Like, have you changed the bulb?
I don't have an extra bulb.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't keep
What
spare
the
bulbs.
fuck? It was literally working and then just stopped working. The fucking microphone? God damn, man.
How do you not keep spare bulbs?
The universe keeps making it normal.
How do you not have like 50,
Because we
50 like LED light bulbs laying around? Like 50 light bulbs
Okay.
laying around.
Power company just randomly put in your mailbox.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time that happened. But no, we had to refit the basement with 6 new bulbs because that's where my mom works right now. So any of the spare bulbs I did have are currently in her workspace.
Bro, come over. I got a bunch of I got a bunch of bulbs.
I'm gonna see if I can like full blown reset, and because like it won't work in the lamp itself either. But I'm gonna see if I can try to like somehow force reboot my LifeX bulbs, and we'll see. I'm gonna fuck with it tomorrow though.
Here, turn off the lamp, then turn it back on.
I've done that
Oh, you've done
a
that?
lot. It's a twist lamp. It's right there. I tried it multiple times.
Okay, because that's how mine is. And whenever I turn it off and then turn it on, it just lights up.
Okay. If this was my sang LED bulb, which is I gave to my if this was the 2 sang LED bulbs that I had, which I gave to my mom, they're in her room now. I would just fucking flick that shit 10 times in a row because that usually force resets those guys. You have a sang LED, don't you?
I do.
Okay, then yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I have right now. I mean, I got 2 spare singlet bulbs if you want one.
I'll let you know how tomorrow goes, and then because my lady and I are hanging out again Wednesday, so I have the next 2 days. If you want
Wednesday, my dude.
to, if you want to do something like game wise, not today,
Oh, I thought you were
tomorrow, the
saying
next day.
stuff.
No.
Dang it. Never mind. I'm good.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
let's go.
interested.
It's not butt stuff. I'm okay.
It's not butt stuff. I don't want any.
Yeah, I don't want what you're selling.
Let me know when you're ready, Shreds.
You're
So how much?
Muted
Like
again.
I'm going through the stuff, but how much
Oh, yeah.
news do we actually have?
I don't
really
have a lot.
Nothing.
I got a page and a half.
I got like less than that.
How much is box office? No, no. There's no box
Uh,
office.
2 lines.
Yo,
Ouch.
Hey,
There
there
we
you
go.
go.
You're good. I can hear you.
it was.
Yo.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm ready.
Ah, okay.
Well, other than the fact that the microphone will work for like 30 seconds and then just
And it switched.
not. Yeah, I think it has something. I'm starting to think it has something to do with this USB hub I have down here.
Could be.
It might.
And your mic's
I'm gonna
working
run
now.
a straight
Do
line.
that. So
It's because I'm using this, yeah.
Usually,
But my
with,
nicer mic is not.
usually with like nicer
Do you have
mics.
that running into a USB hub?
Pardon me?
Do you have that, like your audio box running into a USB hub? Is that what's driving your other microphone?
Yes.
That's probably why.
Yeah, I
Okay,
would
that's
put
what I'm
that
thinking too.
directly in.
Unless it's like a
I know.
powered USB.
Yeah.
It
Move on.
is. It is. That's why I thought it'd be kosher. It's a powered USB 3. I thought it'd be fine, but
Those audio boxes are so temperamental. I've had so many issues with those.
yeah.
TBH. I mean, they're
Yeah.
nice, but whenever you try to like do live things with them, they just don't want to function for some reason.
Right. Yeah. I'm
Phone
gonna
hits like a motherfucker.
I'm gonna run it directly into the computer too, because I don't know the shenanigans. It's good to see you guys, by the way.
You
It's good to
too.
see you,
see you too, man.
It's good to see you too. There we go. Words.
We'll have to play Left 4 Dead one of these days.
I know, man. Well, tomorrow we're gonna actually go down to the place and just get all new pieces of equipment. Plus,
Yeah,
I
what
gotta
do you-
drop off my equipment anyway.
What are you getting? Do you know?
I'm getting whatever they're gonna give us for now, and then when the
Oh,
stores
you're
open
going
up,
to
then I'll
Spectrum?
swap it. Yeah. I'm just gonna get what we actually upgraded to the maximum internet speed too. So we actually upgraded. We just did a big
like
upgrade. So
like the super high one?
yep.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Nice.
So hopefully the Jamalama will run more efficiently.
Here's hoping.
Shit.
Well,
I'm pretty sure my dad can use it as a tax write-off because he works for the military for network administrations.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can.
It's like, yep, I need fast internet, please.
I need super fast internet, please.
Yeah, that's one
This
benefit
is a
I get
matter
from
of
working
national
from home.
security.
Oh yeah, all your shit's tax right offable, isn't it?
What is it, 30% or something? You write off? Because you only.
Well,
you can
no,
only
my
write
whole
off so
internet
much.
bill is paid for
That's hood.
from
That's
working from
wild.
home. Yeah, my
That
whole
is
internet
actually
bill's
pretty
paid for.
gangsta.
That's fucking super.
I wish my
That's
job
dope.
did that.
That is dope.
Yeah, no, they pay. As long as I do the expense report, which I forget quite often, but as long as I do the expense report, my internet bill is paid for.
Nice.
We'll knock it off.
Yeah,
I'll have to
I
actually,
need to
I'm
put
gonna
a
bring that up to
fucking
my
sticker.
dad. I
Hey,
don't see
Doge.
why. He actually might be able to do that. I just traded an AP on. He got a 666.
Nice.
See if he's any good.
Fucking metal, dude.
Okay,
Battle,
I'm
Nah,
gonna.
he's trash. He's trash. Get rid of him. He's trash.
West sucks.
Fucking garbage.
Hole in the bull.
See what I
Okay.
was. Huh?
It's so weird looking at this new screen.
I know, right? I bet.
Different.
Oh wait.
Well, it's still
Yeah.
weird seeing like the green outlines on everyone.
Yeah.
See, like I feel
It
like
bothers me none.
I don't know. I'm kind of used to it because I'm used to seeing like the circles with people and those pop up. So
You
Yeah.
you
Oh.
actually look at that?
yeah, I look at who's talking.
I want to see. Yeah, I agree.
Do you not recognize our voices?
So the only time I ever
There's
have
like random
issue
noise.
is when people pop in and like not you people, but when like people will pop in and I'll be like in a game and I'm not really focusing on who's talking. I'll be like, wait, who is that?
Whomst
So I'll
is
look over
this?
at Discord. Yeah.
There you go.
I've had that problem. I've had that with like AIM once or twice. I've had that with Brandon a couple of times. So he popped in the other day. I'm like, who the fuck is talking to me? I thought it was one of AIM's dudes because I was chilling in his chat, and he's like, "You want to play games?" Because he was talking to me like super somberly, like he was someone that I didn't know. And I'm like, "Wait, who the fuck is this?" He's like, "It's Brandon." I'm like,
You want
You
to
wanna
"Oh, that's exactly what happened."
You want to play a game?
He's like, "What are you up to?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just playing Mortal Kombat."
What
He's
are
like,
you
"Well,
up
do you
to?"
play games?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure. Who am I talking to?"
Just to see the like circle thing, like having feedback, knowing whenever you're talking. or
Yeah.
not.
Right.
So I
Okay.
usually push the talk pretty often.
I'll count us down. Get this bowl of smoking. Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
5,
patty.
4, 3, 2, 1.
One.
Hello.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Level Unlock
ladies
podcast.
and gentlemen.
welcome.
Hello,
Quarantine
everybody.
edition.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the fourth time. Episode 62 of the Level Unlock podcast.
62.
62.
I thought it was like 64.
No.
Well, I mean,
62.
if you
we have more episodes than 62, but
yeah, we have like
See,
officially.
that's what keeps fucking with me. I'll see all
Yeah.
y'all like pop online and I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
I know, actual official level 62,
Mhm.
episode 62. More because we have all the extra specials and stuff like that. So,
the E3 stuff. Didn't we do a Gamecom one too?
Yep, we did Gamescom, we did E3, we did. I don't even remember
End
what
of the
we
year.
did. end of the year. Yeah, video game. We did a bunch of different ones. So, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming back, hanging out. Thank you to our what is now our 2,599 followers. Otherwise, 2,600 followers on Podbean. Because I guarantee if I refresh it in the next 10 minutes, we'll have 2,600 followers, which is absolutely phenomenal.
Cool.
Yes. Also, thank you to our Patreons. Appreciate you. For those who do want to join our Patreon, patreon.com/levelunkpodcast. We have tiers.
We have tiers. Do you want me to explain the tiers?
Yeah. For those who do want to join, this is how much you can donate, or you can donate whatever you want. But the tier system provides extra stuff. And go ahead, James.
Yeah. So for the $1 tier, you get the Apprentice Apprentice Lockpicker
Yes.
tier. So what that gets you is access to our Discord. That gets you. I forget. I fucking wrote it all up and I forget. All I remember is I think the $5 tier, the Journeyman Lockpicker, you get access to the Discord. Oh, you get our for the
Journeyman Lockpicker?
Yeah, Journeyman.
Yep.
After Apprentice
Love
is
it.
Journeyman, and then Master.
Yep, and then level 10. So yeah, it's $1 is the base. $5 is the Journeyman. $10 a month is the Master.
Walker, if you have Patreon up, do you want to read what at least the Apprentice one is? What all you get?
Yeah, I am loading it now, but unfortunately my...
I have it up.
Oh, do
Okay,
you?
Go ahead, man.
All right.
You can connect with us directly. You can make new friends. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Hey, man. Make new friends on our Discord.
Oh yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
for The Apprentice.
Yeah.
You can read our notes to our podcast, which are uploaded every Saturday. You could learn more about each of our hosts here, and then ask us questions directly to us about our show.
Yeah.
And that's at our Apprentice $1 tier.
And
then what's the Journeyman?
Journeyman, we got access to our pre-show preamble, where we just talk about crap and get ready to get the show going. Next one up, we get access to our weekly writings. This is pretty much where we talk about pretty much anything on our minds from one of our hosts. In-depth thoughts on games, thoughts on movies, heck, maybe even when we talk about our favorite foods. And then you also get a super special role in Discord.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Master Lockpicker
We
hasn't
haven't-
really been defined yet. But more or less, you're going to get a special shout out, as well as to give input, comments. Basically, you can create something for us to say on the podcast, as long as it's tasteful, not mean or bad or anything along those lines. If you have an input on a topic, you want to discuss something, we will talk about it, whatever you have said, and then we will discuss it ourselves.
I have
It's
some
gonna be a good
ideas
time.
as well, so I'll talk to y'all about that
Yeah.
after.
We
Yeah,
do have
yeah.
to help entice people. I put up our first weekly writing today.
He did.
I talk
Oh,
about
yeah?
music and video games. It is a pretty lengthy piece that I put on there, talking about why I think music in games nowadays is kind of boring and unmemorable.
Compared to how it used to be.
Yep.
Back in the day. And then once again, that is at patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. If you would like to join the Lockpig Nation and help us out, and help us continue to grow through this momentum that we are currently getting through. So we appreciate you all. We love you all. And we love your support, and let's keep this going. As always, make sure you follow all of our socials to get any information, updates, things along those lines. And let's talk about some weeks, shall we, boyos? And let's start with Nate. What's going on, man? How's your week been?
Yeah,
what you
Nate.
been doing?
So I've watched some movies. So first things first, I watched Onward. Onward's super fucking solid. Great goddamn movie. I'm gonna be
Good.
real. Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, they're just a great duo. They just work together really well.
Is it a happy or
Um,
sad Pixar movie?
It is bittersweet.
It's probably a
It
combo
is
of
a
both.
really, it's that good old wombo combo. It hits you right in the feels a couple times, and
Wombo
then you
combo.
hit real fucking hard. and then it's a happy ending, but it's still super sad because someone didn't get to meet the person they wanted to meet, but then they realized that that kind of figure was in front of them all along. It was really good.
Isn't that the one where dude tries to bring back his dad and only like half
Yep.
of his feet are there?
So that's like the whole thing through like the majority of the movie. That, I mean, how long has this movie been out? Has it been more than 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's been it's been about a month, but it got released at the box office, and then the whole box office closed, and so
Yeah.
they released it digital.
Did any of you
for about
guys
a
have
month.
plans on watching it?
I'll watch it eventually, but you can go
You
ahead and
care?
talk about it. Yeah.
So what happens is Tom Holland's character, I can't fucking remember his name to be honest, but his brother, which is Chris Pratt, Barley, I remember his name because they said it like 1,000 fucking times because he's like the screw up of the family, but not really. So what happens is, yeah, they do half of a spell. They realize that Tom Holland's character still has magic left in him. This is a world of like creatures and kind of imagine just Halloween Town in a sense. This is the easiest way to explain it. But all magic got moved away because no one was using it anymore. Like a bunch of these pixies, they became a biker gang because in over a couple hundred years, their ancestors stopped using their wings, so they didn't realize they could fly anymore. Their wings were kind of useless, and they
Evolution.
just had like, yeah, essentially. So what had happened is they do this spell to bring back their father because I think his name is like Pim or something, whatever Tom's name is. He never got to meet his father. He died of like cancer or something very, very young. Barley, however, did get to meet his father. So shit goes on. It brings back half the body. It's just a dog collar on a through a belt loop, walking his father's legs around. And when it gets towards the end, they go on this whole like D&D-esque journey. It's super cool because Barley's this huge D&D nerd, about like their ancestors and everyone had magic and like you have to believe. It's all this good stuff. So what happens at the end is Tom realizes that he has been searching for this father figure the entire time, and then he has a bunch of these flashbacks after he completely blew up on Barley because, oh, you got to meet Dad, but this is the one thing I fucking like, one thing I wanted. And I said fucking when it's a Pixar movie, so obviously he didn't say that, but like basically,
Yeah, I'm sure you said that.
this is the one thing I wanted and the one thing I never got. So what happens is after he like completely alienates him and just leaves with the father's legs, they're sitting and he's thinking back after he's crossing things out he'll never get to do with his dad. Like he wanted to play catch, wanted to like laugh, heart to heart, all this good stuff. He realized after he's going through, he's had all of this with Barley the whole time because Barley's always been there for him, been there to pick him up when he's down. And then he has like this, not recollection, but this like epiphany that, oh my God, he's been in front of me the whole time. This is the person who's taking care of me. I had someone to take care of me, as to where when their dad left, Barley didn't have anybody because his mom got thrown into just like herself and then a stepdad figure. Like she was with him and he no longer had a father figure because a stepdad dude, which is a centaur. Yeah, that's the half horse, half man. That's Minotaur is the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So centaur, who is a cop, who's just a lazy fucking has to drive because he doesn't realize he can run 70 miles an hour because centaurs don't do that anymore. Super good movie. Barley says, I'll go take care of the dragon because this whole dragon comes up because they took the emerald. Emerald had a curse on it, made a dragon pop up, this whole stuff. Barley was going to go fight it. And then Tom's character was like, no, you got to say hi to Dad. And just he appears, Tom's character stuck in a bunch of rubble after he kills the dragon. And he can't get out in time to see Dad because the spell only worked till sunset. So as it was happening, it was right before the sun was setting. By the time the spell finishes and the dad's back, they only have a couple minutes to talk, and then the sun sets and he disappears again. So that was a really good movie. If you haven't seen Onward, I heavily recommend it. It's a good chill watch. I also watched Coffee and Kareem, which I got through about half, and it is the only Ed Helms movie that I don't like.
Really?
It is not a very good movie. They try to go really, really fucking hard on this whole inner city kid at 12 years old and just try to be super gangster and just says fuck every other sentence. Like, it's just not
Who the
good.
fuck says that? I mean, really, like, fucking hell, man.
Like, he's this 12-year-old kid who's trying to be as hard as humanly possible, which is obviously more of like a way to have that, like, oh, this is like the defense mechanism. My father wasn't there. Oh my God. And because Ed Helms' character is a cop. Oh, a cop's like dating my mom, this, that, the third, and no, fuck pigs, this, that, whatever. Just a bunch of nonsense. And it's just not very well done. Like, Ed Helms is the only saving grace of that movie, but I actually turned it off because I hated every other character in that movie. Even like, I like King Batch. If everyone's familiar with who King Batch is, he's in that too, and his character wasn't very good either. I also watched a good chunk of Uncut Gems, my fault. Which, from what I've watched, I gotta finish it up because I can't give a
Adam
full
Sandler's
explanation.
movie, right?
Yeah, that movie is really good so far. Like, I just wasn't in the mood to finish it because like it's a really serious movie, but also has a lot of dark comedy aspects. It's pushed as a dark comedy, but it's kind of gets hard to watch sometimes because it's like this is real shit. Like, it's nothing that's out there, nothing that's crazy. Like, they get into some dark stuff, so it's a really good movie. From what I've watched. Other than that, I finished up JoJo's from what's on Netflix. I have finished all 3 parts so far, unless you want to count part 2 of part 3 as part 4, but no one does that, correct? I don't think so.
No one does.
Okay, yeah,
That's
part 3 is part 3. It's just they changed the name of it technically, so it throws me off because it's still Stardust Crusaders, but it's like Battle of Egypt. I didn't touch my screen long enough. It is just Battle of Egypt.
Yeah, it's called Stardust Crusaders Battle of Egypt.
Okay. Other than that, I haven't done a lot. Played a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, played golf with friends, which that's a lot of fun. That's a good fucking time. Yeah.
Sure, it's we'll go with that.
I think it's good. I like it. We also played Pummel Party, which I had fun with. I know it's just bad Mario Party, but like, I don't want to buy a $60 game when I could get a $10 game. So I mean, like, production value. That's what it comes down to.
That game's like Mario Party?
Yeah, it's basically just F tier Mario Party.
Yeah, like F- tier Mario Party.
James isn't a fan, but
F
I
tier.
said that we have to all play at least once together, all of us together.
Yeah, and I will when all 5 of us play. I'll talk about it in my week in more in depth.
Okay. Other than that, I started playing Killzone, which I don't care what anybody says. Killzone's a great fucking game, great series. Started playing Shadowfall, which I played a little bit way back when the PlayStation 4 like it had like it's a 1-year anniversary or something. I was with my buddies. We were playing. It was right after like 1 year of the PlayStation 4 being out. But it's a solid game. It still holds up. Graphics are pretty solid still, and honestly, like, it's a PlayStation 4 launch title, so it's going to be solid to begin with.
Yeah, I bought that on launch day, and I was shocked how well it uses all the gimmicks of the
Right?
controller.
And like I played some multiplayer, and there's still people actively playing multiplayer. I got in there in like maybe a minute and a half.
Nice.
Like it. I will say though, I was streaming it and playing multiplayer while streaming. Oh, that was terrible. I had the most amount of lag I have ever seen in my life. I dropped off of a building, not building, but like a structure, and it took me like 3 seconds to get to the ground, as to where it usually should just be like, oh, I'm on the ground now. Now I'm running. And the running was so slow. I'm just also not super sure if that running in that game is slow to begin with.
It is pretty slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that was like I had to do with it as well. Other than that, I haven't done a whole lot. Like I threw in at the beginning. We're in quarantine, so there's not a ton to do. Played a lot of games to the point where I'm kind of burnt out and not really finding any enjoyment out of things. I started Yakuza Zero last night. I did.
And you didn't fucking tell me?
This is when you got off to go to bed. This is when you got off to go to bed.
I would have
stayed. Hour and a half later.
I would have stayed up if I would have known that you were playing Yakuza Zero.
I didn't even know I was gonna play it until about an hour and a half after everyone got off, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, I'll load it. Mind you, I got to the first karaoke
Oh,
because I couldn't do anything. Like, I was gonna go to bed in like a half an hour, but holy fucking cutscenes.
Mhm.
They're so goddamn long.
Yeah.
It's like it's a really good anime from what I've gathered so far.
You cannot play that game or any of the Yakuzas when you are on a time restraint.
Yeah, no, I realized that because like I was like, I'm gonna put like an hour into this.
Mm-mm.
40 minutes in, I've watched 80% cutscenes, and I've beat up 3 people. Like, I like it so far. It's really well done. It's really good. I will say, I'm definitely gonna have to bring out my controller because trying to do karaoke on a keyboard is fucking
Worst thing
impossible. Yeah, it's not great. Other than that,
What song did you play?
The heavier beated one, not the second one, but the first one. I think it was like Journey something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the we're breaking the
Yeah.
breaking the world to us.
Yeah, exactly. That one.
The tenderness.
I've got James going now.
Judgment. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Judgment. I knew it was a J.
So fucking rad.
Yeah, I've done not a ton. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had done. Cleaned my room.
Nice.
Because I was just sitting here. Oh, I went for a bike ride. That was really nice. I went for a nice little bike ride. Took about 2.5 hour bike ride. That was fun. It was a good time. It was very nice because there weren't a bunch of cars out because they're not supposed to be.
Nope.
And I wasn't either, but I wanted to ride.
No,
my
you're
bike.
allowed to do physical activities outside as long as you stay within 6 feet of other people.
I know. What go stir crazy being in your house. I hope you're allowed to be out and about.
Yeah, you are.
So like, my issue is like, am I getting stir crazy or whatever? A little bit, not really. My problem is, I guess the best way to put it is I get like angry being stuck. Like I'm getting frustrated. Like I don't know how to explain it. It just sucks because I like to do things and I like to hang out with people and I can't do that. And I guess stir crazy is probably just like the easiest way to put it, but I don't even care about being in my house.
You got cabin fever.
I just moved back to town and I can't see anybody. It is so crazy, and my internet's been all crappy, so like I can't
even game.
Right? I will tell you what I've been getting. I'll go into my week, but Pokemon has been here for me.
You can go. You can go sit at the store and answer the phone. That's something.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the fact that The Office, mind you, one of my favorite shows personally, but it's made it back to number 3 in the world because of this shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's bad. The Hangover.
What platform is it on now?
Netflix.
It's still on Netflix until the end of the year.
It's still on Netflix?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what they said last year. It was going to be on the Netflix till the end of the
Peacock
year.
hasn't been created yet. They
Yeah.
haven't released Peacock.
NBC hasn't.
I'm not.
It's because they were supposed to have released their Peacock streaming network. They haven't done it yet, so that's why. The second they do, it automatically gets removed from Netflix. That's the
And
deal that they
The
have.
Hangover, a movie that's been out for about a decade now, is number 5. So I think that's pretty neat. It's not like they need any more money, but it's a good movie. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I can't think of anything else of note. Nothing around me is sparking any knowledge. Yeah, that was my week.
Let's go to Mr. Moves himself, Mr. Schroeder. What's up, man? We missed you last week because you were traveling for 36 hours.
No,
and,
that was the week.
He was here last week.
I was here.
He was having the internet trouble.
Oh yeah. Well, but he hasn't been on since he moved.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So he hasn't been on since he moved. So how was the move?
Yeah.
So how was the move? How was everything? Because last week you were having internet issues, so you couldn't talk about it.
Oh
so
yeah.
How's it been? How was the move, and how was everything in between?
Everything was pretty kosher, man. traveled a very far distance in a relatively short period of time. The roads weren't too bad, obviously, because of the, Dave being a
Dave.
dick.
Good old
Yeah.
Dave.
Yep. But I was able to make the trip in like 17 to 19 hours or so.
It's not
What
bad.
made it rough
insane.
was by the time I ended up going to bed, I'd been up for like 32 hours. So I was just like, yeah.
You were delusional.
I was getting a little wonky there towards the end. But mission complete successfully. It was nice. Other than that, got the office all set up, kind of. Still a little more tinkering to do, but kind of set up over here. And really, other than that, I haven't been able to do much because of the whole Dave thing, man. I mean, really.
Fucking Dave.
Fucking
Yeah,
Dave.
dude. Yeah. So I mean, I will tell you, I haven't. The only thing I've been able to really do, other than set up, clean up, and sort out, is really Pokemon Go. Because, like I said, the internet's been kind of acting up too. So I tried to jump into Arc the other day and was flying along, and a bird, I disconnected, and
Oh, so you're just in the middle of nowhere.
essentially, that's the idea. Yeah.
How's the Arc detox going? At least, like, you're not able to be on it. So, like,
Mhm.
how you faring?
Oh, it's not too bad. It's only pushed my hairline back a bit. So.
Starting to get those
Well,
itches. The scratches.
Yeah,
starting
no,
to scratch.
I'm past the itches at this point. Now I'm just
Oh.
like, it's like what is it? The 5 stages of grief.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just now getting into acceptance. This is my life now.
Have you accepted that Jesus was the one that said, "Hey, I need to play Ark," and he's the one that's also going to help you get out of this?
I found out. I
Giant
found,
meteor.
found out a couple buddies of mine actually play really hard, but they play on consoles, so they don't have like a modded server, and it's just because they don't have. They just don't have the computers yet. At some point, they're gonna do it, but yeah, man, they go hard.
Really?
But it literally takes, dude. It'll take an entire day for them to tame certain things. It's crazy.
Christ.
Gold vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla's rough, man. I don't know how people do it. That shit drives me crazy. However, one of the things that we all should talk about at some point is how are these settings? If we are going to open it up to the public, which it already is open, but if we're going to start advertising it and everything, first off, example, I think breeding happens way too fast. Really. I mean, it can be way shorter than vanilla, but like going from nothing to a full-grown animal in a half an hour is a little ridiculous. Like, or you know
Well,
what I mean?
Except for the Gigas. Giga takes 4 hours.
Does it really?
It takes 4 hours, and I've lost 2 of them by not paying attention, and I come back and the fucker is dead. I was so mad.
Oh,
8
man.
hours between 2 of them, yeah. One starved, and the other one I forgot to claim,
rough.
so my animals ate it.
Oh, savage. That's so
Nice.
savage.
Cool.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
They
well, that's
fucking
the
take
thing.
forever. So Gigas are
Right.
good. Don't change
Yeah.
that. But I
Well, I don't
agree
think
with
you
the
can-
other ones.
I don't think you can selective. I think it's everything.
Oh, it's everything. So to put
Yeah, so-
Everything or nothing.
Yeah, so if we do it, maybe we won't push too hard,
Yeah.
But for example, actually we'll use that as an example. Say for instance, Walker, there's a tribe, there's a couple Bobs out there,
Yeah.
and it was super easy for them to, because you know how to do it. So it took them, a couple days, but they got 2 gigas sorted out.
Yeah.
Now on the server are like a low level tribe essentially that can produce 2 gigas. Well, if it's every 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking
I see
6
that.
gigas potentially a day. I mean, if somebody was going crazy with it, but so it's just something to think about. But not right now. We don't have to even talk about. But so there's a few more little tweaks we got. That other than that, I think it's working. Did they ever fix the troughs? Did anybody check that?
You have to use the regular. You can't use S.
Okay. All right, and I gotta make sure. And at some point, actually, since we all have this extra time, I gotta really get with one of you guys to show you how to run the server. It's really at least run through the update process. This way, if we're in another situation where I'm out, we have a couple people that know how to do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, most
I
definitely.
think pretty sure everybody has. I think everybody has login credentials. I have to check, but other than that, I can talk a lot about Pokemon, but we don't have to do that right now.
I'll go ahead,
Because
man.
there have been some substantial updates. No, well, wait. We'll get through everybody else's week first, and then I'll just
Okay.
make that I'll have my little 15 minutes to talk about that.
Word.
I have
Word.
one little tidbit to throw into my week that I forgot about.
Yeah.
I don't. James probably would have brought this up, but we started our journey into D&D this week as well.
Yeah.
Get the
we
fuck
started
out! How are you playing?
So
Online.
we're gonna be using online.
Tabletop.
Probably.
Not tabletop sim. We're gonna use the thing Mitchell has.
Roll 20.
Yeah,
Okay. Because we could also use tabletop sim. He has tabletop sim as well.
he does, but the reason we're gonna use Roll20 is because it has everything we need built right into it.
Oh, okay. That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, because he pays for it, so might as well have him get use out of it.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah,
Is
we
that what it's
started our
for?
yeah.
Mhm.
Roll20's it's a tabletop D&D with dice rollers, a thing to have your charisma, your dex, all that good stuff.
That's
Be
really
right in there for it.
cool.
We started our characters. That's all we've really gotten so far, but we're looking for one more person as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We've had some misses on communication when we can get together, but hopefully we'll get together really soon because I want to continue that.
Do you have anything else, Shredder?
Other than that, I don't really think so.
I mean, you're
I don't know if I think
you're
of anything.
stranded in the Romulus parking
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. That sucked. I didn't
That's a
realize
thing
my
that
lights
happened.
were on. I was sitting there. There's a spot we have in town where there's 3 gyms right next to each other, and presently in Pokemon for the Corona thing, the gym radiuses have been doubled to 200 feet. So
Oh, shit.
That's good.
yeah, so I was sitting in a parking lot, just kind of stocking up my bag because I run out of resources pretty quick. And then I'm sitting there listening to music, and then suddenly my phone goes blink. I'm like, what the hell? And it's not charging anymore. And I'm like, okay. And then immediately following that thought, the radio turned off. What? And I looked up, and all the lights on the dashboard were super dim. So I go, oh god, no! And I reach over and I turn the key, and it's it makes that click, 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 click.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
worst.
Yep.
And then that's when I immediately realized, you motherfucker, the lights were on because the parking lot was super bright, and I didn't even
Oh, you
realize.
didn't
I thought
realize it.
I didn't even realize my lights were on. I was like, God dang it! So, and then I called AAA and they couldn't even, or I called my insurance company because I have roadside and they couldn't even find anybody because everybody's closed because of Corona.
Wow.
Yeah,
'Cause of
fortunately,
Dave?
huh? Yeah,
Because of Dave?
because
Yeah, 'cause
oh
of
yeah,
Dave.
yeah, right, Dave. But fortunately, my brother-in-law came through.
Coming in
Yeah, I was
clutch.
calling around. Yeah, he lived right around the corner, so
Oh, that's not too bad.
yeah, it worked out pretty good. I definitely owe him one. But other than that, man, nothing really crazy else. It's nice to see the family. I've been hanging out here with the family. It's been nice,
That's good.
but that's it. How about you, James? How you been, man? What's up?
Oh, so my week has consisted of a lot of things.
Hopefully all good.
Yeah, no, all good.
Good.
I started putzing around with Unreal Engine.
Okay.
I started working on Unreal Engine, started working with that kind of stuff. Something outside of games that to give me something to do. It's really cool. I built a nice little I watched that video series today,
Oh, that's awesome.
and I built a nice little office level. So that's pretty cool. I know the basics of Unreal Engine. That was a little older version that I had, so it was a little bit harder me figuring out where to do everything, but I got the gist of it. I got some games. Well, actually, also, I got a bunch. I'm not even gonna grab them. I got 4 broken Nintendo Wiis in the mail.
Sick.
Yes, I remember you talking about that order.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought them because I want to fix them up again to give me something to do that isn't playing video games. Now I'm just waiting for fucking Walker to send me his Wii stuff. And then yeah, I'm talking to you, Dick Nips.
Yeah, fucking Walker.
Fucking
Dick
Walker.
nips.
What'd you say?
I said that I bought. Well.
Dick
First,
nips is
first
a
I called you a
great
dick
one.
nips.
Yeah, I heard that.
I said that I bought 4 broken Wii's, and that I'm waiting
yeah.
for you to send me the.
Yep.
Send me the stuff.
Pieces.
The pieces, because I don't have any cables or anything like that. I'm getting a screwdriver in the mail that's coming Wednesday, so I can unscrew stuff, fully unscrew it, because it has those stupid tri-wing tips screwdrivers. That's really fucking annoying, because I don't have a screwdriver for that, so I had to buy a whole screwdriver set for that. It was either spend $8 on iFixit.com for the screwdriver, or spend $16 at work for the iFixit set. So I was like, that has that screwdriver. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll just buy that. So I got that. Still, wait, they're just sitting in a box still. They're sitting in the box just waiting to be used, waiting to be tested. I bought a few video games this week that I haven't had a chance to play many of yet, and I put a little bit of time into to 2 of them. So I bought Neo 2 right here.
Nice.
I bought MLB The Show 20 because I like my baseball and I miss baseball. I bought Doom Eternal. I haven't played that yet. I beat Doom. I beat regular Doom. Regular Doom's fantastic.
It does look nuts.
And then I bought RE3 Make. RE3 Make's fantastic. It's really good. One criticism I have of it is that you do not have a quick turn. There's no way to do a quick 180 while you're roaming around, and when you have Nemesis running around trying to murder you at all times, you want to have a quick turn button.
Something you should probably have.
Because I do believe RE2 Remake had a quick turn button, where you just hold down an X, and you just do a 180, and you can easily get out of the way, easily run away.
Isn't that what they do in 5 too?
Yeah, 5 has that, 6 has that, 4 has that. I do believe 2 Remake has it. Oh, because they added a dodge mechanic. They added a
That's
dedicated
hard to do
dodge
when they're coming from behind.
Exactly. Or not if they're coming from behind. If you just want to hightail it right on back, because Nemesis is standing right there, menacingly. I'm in the sewers. I streamed a little bit of it. I streamed about an hour and a half of it. It's pretty solid. Some people are shitting all over it because of the length of the game. It's only like 11 hours. I don't care. I'm enjoying it enough. I think it's worth the $60, and you get Project Resistance or Resident Evil Resistance multiplayer, which was solid for what I played back in early beta. So that was pretty cool. I also got Persona 5 Royal Edition. The Persona 5 Royal Phantom Thieves Edition. It's really good. It's Persona 5, one of the best JRPGs ever made. It's absolutely fantastic. They just added more to it. I got some cool nifty stuff. I got really nifty stuff. Oh no! What happened? What happened to my camera there? Oh no! Oh no! What's going on? I don't.
Where's the camera?
Madness, listening, ladies. You might not be able to see what's going on. You might not be able to hear crap.
Wake up,
Joker
get
entered the
up,
stream?
get out there.
Oh my gosh.
To the making. Yeah, it came with a mask.
That's cool.
It
How's
has
the vision? Looks like it hurts.
No, it's like I don't have the strap on because I can't figure it out. But
You should bring your face closer to the screen.
Here, how about instead of me bringing my face closer to the screen, I'll bring the screen closer to my face.
Oh my god.
Damn.
That's pretty cool though. I like
I'm gonna take your heart.
I like it.
Bad people. I'm gonna take your heart. I'm gonna take your heart.
Gonna fucking die.
Here's my calling card.
Here's my calling.
Here's my calling card for you. I have to look over at the TV so I can see if it's right.
Actually, in the right place.
Yeah. It came with some cool shit. Not only did it come with the game, shocking, I know. It came with a cool sound. It came with a cool soundtrack that I haven't opened up. It also came with came with a big old hardcover art book. That's hardcover, baby. But yeah, Persona 5.
Nice. Not that soft cover garbage.
No, ain't that soft cover garbage. That's gonna give me about I would say 120 hours worth of gameplay right there. I didn't beat Persona 5. I got like halfway through and then I dropped it for some other things and just never got around to it. Went to play it again, realized I didn't know what to do. Realized that I was like 40 hours in and they already announced the Royal Edition, so I was like I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
That's fair.
Yeah,
really
it's
quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, James.
No, you go.
Go ahead. I thought you were
No,
done.
it's not important. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say a single white guy said that he's excited about your D&D venture. He said D&D Beyond is also a good character builder. If you guys want to know, and there's
I'll
a
have to look
Chrome
into
extension
Yeah, we'll have to look at
that
it.
lets you make your rolls in Roll20.
Maybe that'll actually give me my fucking tiefling so I can use it and build off of that.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that going back before I forgot.
Thanks, Stevie.
Yeah.
Where did he post that?
In my chat.
I'm in your chat. Oh, okay. I'm not.
There.
I'm in the level unlocked.
I'm in your chat.
Not in your chat. But yeah, no, it's
Wait,
good.
I am.
I really like probably Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Twitch chat.
Sorry, keep going, James.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. Don't.
I also I mean, we watched WrestleMania.
We did.
We watched WrestleMania yesterday and today. That was Mark, how was it?
It's my first time ever watching wrestling, like for an extended period of time, and whenever I like was not 12. Like the only other time when I watched it when I was like 10 or 12, and I went over to some of my friend's house and he was watching wrestling, and I was like, "This is interesting. I don't really remember that." So this was the first time, TLDR. Watching it now, I can really tell how it's a show and how it makes a lot of money. Most of the fights were exceptionally disappointing. There were a few of them that were pretty solid.
Oh, I think I know what one that was exceptionally exciting.
There was one that was the biggest one that was probably exciting was the Undertaker fight. I'd say it was the end of the first day, and it was like super cinematic and low budget shooting though. Like the cinematography was awful, but like, you know, they put them out in a graveyard and they're like, oh, these dudes are gonna bury each other. It's like, what the fuck is actually going on right now? Like,
This is for kids.
No, it's for like
yeah,
teenagers and it's TV4. Is it TV14 or is it still just
I
TV
think
PG?
so.
I think it's TV PG now.
no,
WrestleMania may have been 14 because they said bitch a lot, and then Edge said,
"Don't you fucking count."
Bitch.
But I cannot believe he said that.
Don't you fucking count.
And then Vince McMahon, this is some great shit.
Hearing Vince McMahon say shit on on that match made that match great.
But I will say about half of it was entertaining. The other half was
that's
all right.
That's typical for WrestleMania.
Yep.
That's typical. I would say about 40 to 50% is good. Entertaining. The other 60 to 50% is trash garbage.
And it was way different this year for those who haven't watched it because it was filmed without a crowd. So WrestleManias now take place in NFL football arenas. Like it was supposed to take place in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers stadium this year. Last year it happened at the Dallas Cowboys football stadium. Like just to show you what kind of venue that they use for these things. And this time it was taking place like in a gym.
Yeah, pretty much. Or as AIM put it, a Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Same
So-
fans.
Yeah, same fans.
What?
Yeah, because
What are your thoughts, James?
Oh, I loved that. Everything but that Undertaker match and the John Santa match was all right at best.
Mm-hmm.
But those two matches in particular made that pay-per-view.
Yeah. Having the extra commentary on it honestly made it fucking hilarious.
Having that outsider perspective.
Yeah. It did. I actually
Mark.
really enjoyed it.
Like I
I
said,
really
man,
enjoyed it.
next time we gotta.
Yeah, I'll be sure to watch it.
Fuck yeah.
Next time we have
The other pay-per-views are way shorter, so that's always something to look forward to. James, you have anything else for your week?
Rainbow Six Siege. That's about it. I play Rainbow Six Siege. I play Pummel Party. I don't care for Pummel Party at all. I'll play with you guys, but other than that, I probably won't touch it again.
Other than that, it's trash. I don't have nothing to do with that shit.
Pretty much.
It's fucking garbage.
Pretty
I
much.
liked my rabbit.
I mean, that was
Huh?
cool. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun. But I just
The pacing.
not even the pacing.
The controls of the games, I know you said you didn't like.
The mini games themselves, majority of them were like, boy, I'd rather be playing Mario Party right now, or boy, this is just a bad mini game.
True.
And then Golf with Friends, played that.
How'd you like that one?
Fun,
That was
That was interesting as fuck.
infuriating,
but fun.
But fun. It was infuriating but fun. And then Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Animal Crossing, the usual.
What about you, Mark?
Nothing too crazy. Yeah, playing a bunch of games. We got like Rocket League. We haven't played Gmod this week, I don't believe.
Mm-mm.
But we just gotta get a group of people to play that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
hardest part.
Yeah, we played golf with friends for 4 hours. 3
Yeah.
hours.
Something like
we-
that.
Did we
played
play
it
it
for
for
a
that
long-
long?
We played it for a long fucking time.
Yeah,
Played it
because
for-
I gotta
you
check my
guys were already
Steam.
playing for an hour.
we played
I got
5 or
on.
6 matches. Like,
Yeah, and then we played for like an hour and a half with me, and then you guys played for another hour after I got off.
Yeah, it was a long night. Like my head was hurting by the end of it. Like
Mhm.
I had to stop because I had a slight headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had to get off.
It was fun though. Like definitely enjoyed it, but shorter doses, then I'd say it'd be
Damn.
a lot more enjoyable.
4 hours. I didn't even realize it was that long. Holy Christ.
Yeah, I recorded some of it, but it was just
Okay.
like by the time I did that, I was just like, all right, I'm already tired.
I think you guys are a little like, because I don't really get too much headaches from it because I'm playing on a TV, so I don't get that much blue light.
Yeah,
I have my blue light filter on pretty much permanently, so I never usually get that.
I mean, me too, but it's primarily because I'm focusing on one point.
Oh,
for a
yeah.
long
That's
period of
fair.
time.
True.
Yeah, it's those muscles that are giving me headaches.
As long as I'm not looking down, I'm
I've been
good.
doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So like I know whenever I like look away and look at something closer to me, I don't have eye strain anymore.
Mm.
But yeah, I've also been playing TF2.
Yeah,
Played
yeah.
a little bit of Ark, nothing too much. I'm working on building my entire base into an actual like fortress rather than just like an open field of animals and shit.
So you're taking
Um,
Walker's idea.
Yeah, like we're
I still haven't seen
leveling
it.
up into the next generation.
exactly. we're moving forward.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're in the castle building arc.
Yeah,
Of
Exactly.
Ark.
pretty much. It's so many fucking resources. That's all I
It
can
is.
say. The grind is really putting me off. Like I have so much to do, and it's just the grind. Just
Yeah.
sounds a lot of fun.
And that's why I picked like the middle tier because there's better equipment, but it takes metal cementing paste, and it's just a dick to get all that. So I'm just like, okay, so I'll go mid, wood and stone. Still sucks because it's a fucking shit ton of wood and stone, but
It could be worse.
The metal would look way cooler, but to just do all of that it would take some lot of
Mine's
dedication.
made out of all rock, and
Yep.
that's way too much. I think it's like 40 or so pieces per like wall or something like that. So
Mhm.
it's just
That's
way
a
too
lot of
much.
rock.
A lot
Yeah.
of stone, a lot of trips on my potato bug. Yeah. What else did I do this week? Got my car inspected. That was cool.
There you go.
It was surprisingly easy. Like if you go to places that are open, like most of them have like pieces of tape that are like 6 feet away from wherever a cashier is. So like you stand there and then there's like nobody anywhere. Like a lot of places are just so separate now. There just wasn't anybody there as well, so it kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
And then I also had a bunch of work with my clients through Penn State, so that's always a fun time. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's my week. Oh, I also watched Dave on Hulu, the new was it Fox show? Maybe it's not Fox.
Pandemic, whatever.
It's the one about Little Dicky, the rapper.
Oh, that Dave.
Yeah,
Actual
not-
Dave.
not-
Gotcha,
Not
gotcha,
that
gotcha,
Dave.
gotcha.
yeah,
The
No,
real-
yeah, that's a really good show.
yeah, it was only 8 episodes long, I believe. So, it, I wish they either did 2 seasons or did the first season better. I feel I was waiting for something to happen the entire first season, and then the last season happened, and I was like, "What the fuck's that?" Or the last
Episode.
episode happened, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then it ended, and I just really wanted. I wanted more shit to happen during the, I don't know, rest of the season.
Apparently, he is talking about a second, so I mean, we should be okay.
Yeah, like I don't doubt it. Like it was definitely entertaining. It's
Mhm.
just I wanted to see more come out of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I'm only like 5 episodes in, so I haven't gotten to where you're at yet. So I don't not know super sure what you're talking about, but I feel it. I can see where you would be getting.
that's my big TLDR. Like shit happens, but like, and it's all written well. It's I don't know. It's a lot like the last season of Game of Thrones. If I don't want to spit that out.
I liked the last
that
episode.
much.
Thanks for doing the Little Dicky sign. No, man, that's some gang shit right there.
Some crib shit. But yeah, that's pretty much my week.
There's one thing I forgot to talk about in my week. I'm going to pull a Nate here.
Okay.
I watched a lot of Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, yeah,
I
forgot
watched
you
a
said you were-
lot of Hell's
Oh, yeah,
Kitchen.
I watch Kitchen Nightmares too for some reason.
Oh yeah, I've been binging Kitchen Nightmares, and I've been binging the 16th season of Hell's Kitchen. It's such a good show. Just hearing Gordon Ramsay go, "It's fucking raw."
Did they put out a new season? Like
Yeah.
recently?
Yeah, I think recently they did. They're up to like season like 19 or 20 now.
Like I've seen them all. It's just like I didn't know if they put out like a new one.
I think so.
I'll have to check.
Most of them are on Hulu.
That's probably why. I watch too much Hulu.
Me neither.
There you go.
For you,
For
Walker?
myself, didn't really play any games this week other than Humble Party and the golf game. I didn't play Ark. I don't believe I played Ark.
I thought you played Ark for like you tried at least.
Oh yeah, I tried, but it wasn't working, so I got out of it. So from that, I randomly decided I'm gonna watch every Marvel movie again. So I have. I am up to now, today or tomorrow, Captain America: Civil War, not Civil War,
Winter
Soldier?
Soldier.
Winter Soldier. So which means that I have watched Iron Man 1, 2, Thor, Captain America, Avengers, Iron Man 3, and Dark World. So 7 movies over the last like 3 days, 4 days.
That's-
Sorry you had to watch Dark World again.
I'm sorry you had to watch all.
Yeah,
those
I wasn't
movies.
looking forward to it. I finished that today. I started last night, and I'm like, I don't really want to watch this.
This is just
Dark
straight
World's like-
garbage.
The worst Marvel movie.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And then I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then I finished it today. Civil War. I mean, Winter Soldier is my favorite movie. Out of all of them.
Oh
personally,
shit!
so
Awkward Gamer. I don't
I'm
know if
watching
you're
that one
still
next.
in
But
chat,
I don't know
but
why I
thanks
just
for
had
the
a
follow.
weird,
Thanks for
like,
the follow,
you know,
man. I
you have that,
appreciate it.
like that itch where it's like you want to eat this particular food, that you want to watch the particular show, play this game, and then it's just like the thing. That's kind of like what I had for some weird reason. Why, I don't know. So I'm just like, so I've just been watching all of those.
I know
Because
exactly
they're really
that
good
feeling.
time killers, and we can't fucking do anything else.
That's true. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Nothing too much other. I've watched WrestleMania last 2 days, like James said, and that's pretty much about it for myself, at least.
Mark and Nate, Mark, and Walker. Are you guys ready to do this stuff at home? Even though they say don't try this at home, are you guys ready to do this at home?
Sure. What are we talking about?
Wrestling?
Oh, I'm down.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do backflips off roofs onto like steel chairs.
Full send.
I've been doing that all week, actually.
Okay. Elbow
Gotta
drops,
get the
baby.
people's elbow.
Right?
Oh, here, let me. Oh man, my arm's hurting. Let me just punch it to get it feeling again.
Back in place.
Sweet chin music.
There you go. Let's get this some news, boys.
Nose.
News.
Really quick, I'll start with the movie news because I have two things.
Whoop whoop.
One, so the box office.
Fuck.
How do I have news on the box office? It's a good question, I think. Thanks for asking. So,
Hey,
with
how do you
that-
have news on the box office, Walker?
Yeah, how do you have news on the box
How
office?
did you find that?
Where'd you find the news?
Yeah, aren't they,
They are closed. So
Except for
they
like
released-
Cinemark.
They released the earnings report.
Tell
So
me more.
for January, February, and all of March, total worldwide, the box office has made $500 million, and that is it.
Wow.
How?
It is
That's not much.
It is a 35% decline in the last. It's 35% worse than any year of the last 10 years.
Wow.
It is to make $500 million from 4 months. It is not good
Mm-mm.
at all. And
Well,
it
sure
looks
don't
like it's
sound
even
too
worse. The majority of that money came from the beginning of the year, as well because
During fuck you, it's
in-
January.
Like,
in
the theaters were
January,
open.
we had the Bad Boys.
I forgot
we-
that even came out.
Yeah, in January we had Bad Boys. It actually did pretty good. We had the rollover of Star Wars, as well as there was a couple other movies in there that were produced from last year that rolled over into January that has made all that money.
When did Star Wars come out?
December.
Do you remember what day? In December?
It's like mid-December.
Mid-December.
Yeah.
You know when the first case of Dave happened? Like mid to late December. Did Star Wars cause Dave? It was so bad that it caused Dave to happen.
Possible. As well as Frozen 2. Also came out in December. So basically, between Frozen 2, Star Wars, and Bad Boys, those three movies are what made
The money.
that $500 million
Worldwide.
worldwide.
In 4 months.
And those movies came out, one in January 3rd. The other two came out in December of last year.
Nice.
Onward did help, but Onward only made $50 million. Because Onward, unfortunately, got put in a horrible place. It released, and then 3 days later, the box office closed.
That's not
So.
too bad for just 3 days of
No. It's because it's Disney and Pixar.
yeah.
Black Widow officially has a new release date.
Yeah.
It is now being released November 6th. They have pushed it back almost 8 months plus to guarantee that they do not have to release it to digital.
What assholes.
I don't
Just
know. To
release-
them, I get it, but then at the same time, it's just like I don't. I get that they want to make as much money as possible, and the fact that it's a Marvel movie, they want to make sure that it's takes its place among the other Marvel movies. And being that it's a woman-ran movie, they want to make sure that she has her time in the spotlight.
I'm sure they
So-
wouldn't care. I'm sure
But-
the actress who plays Black Widow,
Scarlett Johansson.
I'm sure
Scarlett
Scarlett Johansson really wouldn't give two shits if this movie was released digitally.
Yeah, but
I
it's all 100%
guarantee.
Disney though. And because of that, every other Marvel movie that is set for release has been pushed back at least 6 to 10 months.
Christ.
So any movie that was slated, it's been now pushed back because they pushed back that so far. Ant-Man 3 is finally being written and is being written by the creator of Rick and Morty.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
So I don't know what that'll mean for Ant-Man
That would be
or
really
how
interesting.
the direction they'll go with it, but yes.
Pretty wild.
So that is all the movie news that I have for the week. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I can. I don't have a whole
Go ahead,
lot.
James.
All right, so let me load up my Word doc here. All right. Why do I have this as 4-1? Oh. All right, so this is what I call what the fuck, Atari. Atari's making a new game. As we know, Atari is a shell of its former self. Now owned by, it's been thrown around. The name's been thrown around like 15 times over the past few years. They're making a new Pong game. Like Pong, the
first game ever made.
The two paddles going back and forth. Yeah, but here is the twist. It's called Pong Quest. It's an RPG.
I like it.
Where you get
What?
power-ups and stuff and level up stats in a Pong game. Yeah,
Interesting, love
Pong
it.
Quest puts players in the roles of what would be the first ever video game hero, the paddle from Pong, in an epic quest themed worlds based on classic Atari titles. Players will be able to customize their paddles as they take on main adventures, multiplayer, and a treasure trove of gameplay modes. Scheduled to drop this spring on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Steam, Atari promises Pong Quest will be a hilarious take on the arcade classic. And at this point, anything is possible. This is according to GameSpot. So, yeah, hey, we're getting a new Pong game, but it's an RPG. Unable to load files. Fuck off.
See what that means.
Means something went wrong. God damn it, Google. We got new Resident Evil details.
I like it.
This is from Games Radar. New Resident Evil, this is the headline. Apparently, a new Resident Evil game coming in 2021. It's weird because we haven't learned a whole lot about it. But according to an inside source, Resident Evil 8 is supposed to be announced at E3 this year, and it'll take place in a pseudo-European. Why am I learning about onset or early stages of cirrhosis? It will take place in a pseudo-European setting filled with monsters, which will be I want to say like huge turn from the other ones. Because Resident Evil 4 was supposed to be kind of like that. But one of the big things is the person who has the inside scoop to this said in a Twitter account, I accept cookies, god damn it. Why is it so hard? Apparently it's taken over 3 years to make. And apparently it is going to be a huge departure from the series that is, quote, going to piss off a lot of people about it. A lot of people.
Like,
So-
they're going away from zombies?
I don't know. My whole thing is, as long as it is better than Resident Evil 6, I will be a happy camper.
It's gonna be a bunch of giant cat people.
As long as it's not Resident Evil 6 and trash, I'll be a happy camper. Hey,
It's very important.
it's a new month, so you know what that means.
What's
Games
that?
releases, baby.
New PlayStation Plus games. I forgot to add the Xbox Live games with gold on here. So if someone could cue that up real quick for me.
I can find it.
Yeah, if you could find it for me. We have for the PlayStation 4. This is according to PlayStation.blog. Uncharted 4, Thief's End, and Dirt Rally 2.0 are going to be your free games on PlayStation this month. Let me know when you find it, Nate. I'll just keep. I could just keep going on while you look it up. Hey, it's been a minute, and by a minute I mean like a week.
Oh,
Let's talk about more Konami lies.
Ow.
So
I
remember,
got the games whenever you're ready.
oh, you can talk about the games real quick.
They're really fucking quick because they're not important. So we've got 2017's Project Cars 2,
Nice.
and we have, I thought I saw Sims, but maybe I'm just insane. 360 title, The Fable Anniversary.
Nice.
So that's your 2 games. Mid-month, you'll get Knights of Pen and Paper bundle.
Cool.
and
Knights of Pen and
Toy
Paper
Box
is really good.
Turbos.
Knights of Pen and Paper is really good. Knights of Pen and Paper is a oh.
Yeah. What's up?
GameSpot's ruining my fucking computer.
Oh, and then last thing is subscribers have till April 15th to snag the excellent platformer Shantae, Half Genie Hero.
Shantae is great. I love Shantae. Okay.
What a sin. He's using toilet paper to blow his nose.
Yeah, who does that?
There's so many people that would break into his house and fight him.
It's a flex, though. I mean,
It is a flex. It's like using like $100 bills to wipe your ass.
I don't have any tissues because I can't find those. I have no problem finding toilet paper, though.
So you remember how last week, guys, we talked about Sony? Well, 2 weeks ago, we talked about Sony buying stuff from Konami.
Yep.
You remember how last week we said, nah, fam, that ain't happening?
Konami said it was lies.
Is it happening?
Well, apparently a new challenger has entered the ring. Microsoft.
Oh, interesting.
According to this rumor, and I put rumor heavily, Microsoft reportedly buying Silent Hill, Castlevania, and more from Konami. This is according to We Got This Covered. So we'll see how legit this is. I've never used this website before, so I can't talk about its legitimacy. Apparently, there has been a few things going around where money's being traded around between Konami and Microsoft. But, I mean, a lot of people pay Microsoft for stuff. Hell, even Sony pays Microsoft for a lot of things. So we honestly don't know. It's honestly just speculation at this point. That's enough of that.
Sounds about right.
I call it more Konami lies.
Nice.
Because if Sony couldn't buy Konami, well, all right, if Microsoft was to buy Konami, those Konami games, they would just be put in just hell. They're not gonna make anything. We'll be in the exact
It'll be like
same
the
spot.
Gambit movie.
Yeah, we'll be in the exact same spot as we were before. Why is Docs? Oh no! I pressed the wrong button. My that website has ruined Chrome for me. We Got This Covered has destroyed Chrome, and it has frozen my Google Docs to the point I had to close out of the tab. Someone talk.
Well, okay, so I have some interesting news from everyone's favorite fruit company.
Oh yeah.
Apple has sourced over 20 million protective face masks, and they're building and shipping face shields. So Apple's doing a good during this time of mass panic. Tim Cook went live, and he was talking about how Apple is so dedicated to supporting the worldwide response of Dave. I almost
fucking
fucked up
Dave.
There. So he says, we have sourced over 20 million face masks through our supply chain. Our design, engineering, operations, and packaging teams are also working on suppliers to design, produce, and ship face shields for medical workers. That is a huge, huge thing because Nobody has face masks apparently. The US is just complete dog shit when it comes to protective gear in the medical industry. They have PPEs, I believe, or what the technical term is, and there's just not enough for anyone. People are going in. I was actually watching a video about it earlier, like I want to say a day or two ago, and people are going in the same shit they've been going in. They have normal face masks, which do minimal to nothing. Goggles. There's one dude who's been wearing his North Face gear. He's been wearing his snow goggles. He's been wearing a mask and
Was it
as protective as possible.
Did you watch that video from, I think it was New York Times, about the inside of the Brooklyn hospital?
Was it the Asian dude?
Yeah,
Okay, then yes.
I watched that too.
Yeah, he was wearing like a ski gear and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was crazy. That really made you like realize like, yo. So the thing is, like, this is something I kind of wanted to talk about anyhow. And since we have dead air at the moment, we're going to talk about it because I also got tech news to talk about as well. But we'll save that for a little bit. So with all this shit going on, it really doesn't make sense that we're supposed to be the most advanced country on the planet, correct? Besides like China, but we saw how well that turned out for them. Why aren't we able to handle this? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Why are we so ill prepared?
I know
When-
exactly why, and I'm not getting onto it in this podcast. I will not. I will refuse to talk about my views on this on the podcast, but I know exactly why.
Like, the only thing I'm gonna say is like, I'm not even gonna get into like that per se, but like, I don't know if. So I imagine it probably has something. Your guys' things probably have something.
Wow, my shit's fucking up.
In charge. I was saying we have medicine, we have the best doctors, that we just don't have enough PPE in general. And the fact that like Italy, South Korea, they all have like these super like hazmat suits that are perfectly preparing people. Why don't we have that? It doesn't make sense. We should 100% have enough of this stuff for all the doctors.
Well, we've never encountered anything even close to like this before.
Spanish flu.
As far as modern times, so you're as far as what you said. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we had H1N1, which
Wasn't as
killed
bad.
all. It was just as bad, if not could be worse. Didn't have the same kind of transmission ratio.
Yeah, it wasn't as transmittive.
Yeah, because this is how much more contagious is this then?
A lot more, because it's 14 days. You could be a carrier without seeing any symptoms.
That's madness. But
Okay.
I think we're doing the best job that we can. I
don't-
mean, what could